This is Lab 1, Charge Tape. Introduction. The main idea of this lab was to determine charges of charge tape along with their effects on each other. Main concepts include charges, positive or negative, which explains the type of attractive force a tape has, electric forces, which is the type of force being exerted based on the charge of the particles, with the following given equation, electron deficit, the ratio of electrons lost and gained, or the total number of atoms, along with gravitational force, which is the attractive force between any two masses. Just some initials. Tape 1 was 20 centimeters. Tape 2 was 15 centimeters. The weight for tape 1 was 0.003 kilograms, and for the second tape, it was 0.00515 kilograms. It's supposed to be kilograms, sorry. The floating distance was about 2 centimeters. Brief overview. The tape is positively charged and has a charge of 4.173 times 10 to the negative 7 coulombs and has about 2.6 times 10 to the 12th excess electrons. Experiment. The procedure was to create a base tape by laying and smoothing a piece of tape on top of a surface, then smooth another piece of tape on the base tape and remove it, and repeat so that there are 2 pieces of charged tape. Step 3 was to lay one of the tapes between 2 elevated surfaces, creating a bridge between those 2 surfaces. And then step 4 is to hold the second piece of tape to the bridge, and the bridge tape will start to move up. Here are just some pictures of our experiment. Right here, we are measuring the floating distance, and then right here, you can see that there is a sort of repulsive force right here. So our system is going to be that U tape, which is the tape on the box. The surroundings is going to be this other piece of tape along with everything else. Initial conditions: one piece of charged tape is carefully placed on top of the boxes, allowing leeway for the tape to move. And then for the experiment, the second piece of charged tape is held close to the other, and the electric force causes the other tape to repel away from the first. Evaluations: what are the charges of the tape? They are both positively charged, and when placed near a charged pen, the tape moved towards the negatively charged pen. And then the force body diagram, the floating tape, we have the electric force going in the positive y direction and the force of gravity in the negative y direction. Here is the math to find out the charge of the U tape. So we found the force of the electric force right here, setting that equal to the force of gravity, and then also making sure to include that we include the surface area, to then find that we have 2.6 times 10 to the 12th electrons, and then our electric force is going to be 3.92 newtons. Here is my code with the most important parts, which we're going to be to create the function of the electric field, setting the top tape equal to the, we're going to find the electric force on top tape to the bottom tape, and then the net electric force and gravitational force being set equal to each other. And then possible errors: it was raining that day, so the high humidity could have caused a lack of repulsion. Questions: what if electrons had been positively charged and protons had been negatively charged? What would change about the observations you made with your tape and other charged objects? In this scenario, I don't believe that there would be much of a difference other than the labels. The tape would still attract towards the charged pen because of the opposite signs, and the 2 pieces of tape would repel because of their same charge. Why is it important to handle the charged tape as little as possible? What happens when the charged tapes come into contact with your hands or other objects? There could be a loss of charge. I had this happen to me a couple of times, and after I tried to use the tape to create an interaction, there'd be very weak attraction or repelling, or sometimes none at all. In conclusion, this lab demonstrates how different and similar charges interact with one another. The result of the lab showed that the tape is positively charged and has a charge of 4.173 times 10 to the negative 7 coulombs and has about 2.6 times 10 to the 12th excess electrons.